Hi, I'm Dave Cross, and this is the Photoshop Virtual Summit FAQ. The summit is only a few days away now. Yikes. And I get a lot of emails with questions and on social media asking about the summit. So I have a whole list here on my official piece of paper, which I'm going to go through to answer some of your questions. Now, just having said that, most of the answers are elsewhere on this page here, but I just want to summarize it as best I can in one video. So before I launch into the questions, the dates are May 2nd through the 6th. All the classes are Eastern Daylight Time. We'll get into that more later in one of the answers to the questions. There are 40 classes taught by 20 world-class instructors over the 5-day period. All right, question number one, is the summit really free? Yes, there is a free pass that is available that gives you 48 hours of access to all the classes. So for example, when Monday's classes starts, you have until Wednesday to watch those classes. Tuesday's classes, you have until Thursday, and so on. After that 48-hour period, they get put into the VIP area, so only VIP members can get ongoing access to them. Question two, what is the VIP pass? Well, it is an optional paid purchase where all the recordings of all the classes are put into this special member area, and you have lifetime access to watch and rewatch the classes as often as you want. In addition, the instructors have provided class notes, as well as many have provided some downloadable exercise or practice files and many other bonuses. There's a whole list of bonus material, including an exclusive class from the one and only Bert Monroy, as well as additional bonus videos, PDFs, overlays. I can't even remember them all. There's so many. If you go to the VIP page, you can get more detail about that. Another question we get a lot is, what about my time zone? Well, the summit is based on the Eastern Daylight Time zone. However, it's important to note that it doesn't really matter what time zone you're in. The classes are recorded, so you don't miss anything if you're not watching the class the moment it's released, so you don't have to worry about getting up or staying up late or whatever time zone you're in. You can have that 48 hours to watch the class, or of course, if you're a VIP member, you get unlimited access to those classes. The one area where the time zone does come into play a little bit is because people get confused. For a free pass member, each day you'll get an email with a link to that day's classes. Now, it's sent out at 7 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so if you're in a different time zone, you might be wondering where that email is. It's because it hasn't been sent yet, given the difference in your time zone. So you can always look up a time zone calculator website and figure out what the time difference is just for that email. But as I said before, the classes themselves, you're not going to miss anything if you don't watch the class right at the time it's released. Next question is, are the classes the same as past summits? Well, no, although there's always going to be some overlap in topics. For example, at almost every summit, we've had at least one class that talks about layers. But this time around, we have different instructors talking about different parts or different aspects of working with layers. So there's always going to be a little bit of overlap in the topic area, but we deliberately have different instructors teaching, and so you get different takes on the same topic. So even in the area, for example, let's pick one of color. There's a couple of different classes taught by different instructors in the world of working with color and color correction, things like that. So you can get different people's approaches and strategies to get the best of both worlds in a topic like that. What about if I use an older version of Photoshop or Photoshop Elements? Well, this summit is based on the very latest version of Photoshop and covers the technology that is in that version. So, for example, some of the artificial intelligence that's now in Photoshop for things like making selections and things like that will be covered in some detail. So if you have an older version of Photoshop, that won't be applicable. Now, there will be some topics that will be similar enough that you could probably get something out of it, but I wouldn't want anyone to think that if you use an older version of Photoshop or Photoshop Elements that every single class will be applicable to you, because they certainly will not. But as I said, I'm sure you'll get bits and pieces here and there that will be of benefit and will help you. Another question we get is, what if I have a VIP pass from a previous summit? Can I access this summit? Well, first of all, no. Just like in-person events where you attend a conference and you pay for that conference, it doesn't give you access to other conferences. We work the same way. So each summit has its own VIP pass. If you have purchased a VIP pass from a previous summit, you decide to purchase the VIP pass from this summit, we do have a portal now available where you can log into kind of like a hub and access whatever VIP passes you own in one central location. So if you purchase the VIP pass, you will get information on how to access that hub so you can get central location to access all of your VIP passes. Can I buy individual classes as opposed to the summit? Well, I could be facetious and say, yes, you can buy one class for the early bird price of $99 or the regular price of $159, and that gives you the added bonus of all the classes in the summit. So that's my way of saying, no, unfortunately, we're not set up to sell individual classes. However, we did price the summit so that even if there's only a handful of classes that are of interest to you, it's still very reasonably priced. You're still getting a very good deal to get the lifetime access to recordings and all those other bonuses I mentioned earlier. What about prizes? I heard something about prizes. Yes, there are prizes. If you attend even one day of the Photoshop Virtual Summit 4, you'll get entered into a random draw to win prizes such as a gift card from B&H, Creative Cloud Pass, and things like that. So be sure that you don't have to do anything. You just have to attend and you'll be entered into prize draws automatically. What about that shirt you're wearing? Can I get a shirt like that? Yes, you can. Due to popular demand, we once again are offering official Photoshop Virtual Summit 4 shirts. You can check out the links and buttons you'll see throughout the various days' pages and order your shirt. This is done through a place called Bonfire, so they take orders up to a certain point and then ship them out. There's lots of options for colors and sizes and even things like hoodies and not just t-shirts, all kinds of things, so be sure to check that out. What if I run into some technical issue where classes aren't displaying or I haven't received an email or something like that? Well, the best option is to use the help desk. All the support for the summit is provided by me, so whether you do a help desk ticket or send an email, it all comes to me. So there's no point in what many people unfortunately do because they don't know otherwise, is they submit a help desk ticket and send an email on the same topic, so then I have two different things that I'm trying to handle. If you didn't already know this, the summit is basically run by myself and my wife. So for the next little while, we'll be swamped, basically. So I'll do my very best to answer your questions as timely manner as possible. And the best way to track all of that is through the help desk. If you submit a help desk ticket, you will get an email that has its own password. So that's the only place for free pass members where there is a password. That's just to get back to your help desk. And when you log back in, you'll see an area up at the top that says My Tickets, and you can access your help desk ticket that way. And that way, like I said, it helps me keep track and make sure I'm answering all the technical questions that come in as best I can. Oh, one last question I just thought of. Will the VIP pass be sold once the summit is over, or will there be a discounted price later? No. The sales of the summit end, like I said, on the Sunday, May 8th at midnight Eastern Daylight Time. Although I'll give you an insider tip. I'm not going to stay up till midnight to turn it off, so the likelihood is it really will be early Monday morning, but just so you know. But no, there won't be any future sale or discounted price. So if you're thinking about the VIP pass, you want to do it during the summit to make sure. Now, the early bird price ends noon on May 2nd. $99 price ends then. If you after that, the price goes up to $159, and that'll be the price until the end of the summit. So that's it. That's all I can think of for now. If you have any other questions, you can put them in the help desk, and I'll do my best to answer them as best I can. I hope you enjoy the Photoshop Virtual Summit 4.